Welcome my amazing lizard friends, welcome back to Grim Dawn and the channel of your most favorite lizard person on the internet. I'm Sando and I welcome you back into this nice and dark area that we're in, Gloomwald. We're going to explore a bit into this direction to see where it's leading us. Can't wait. We are going to find out about this. We found the father of this girl that we met in the last, in one of the last episodes, that warned us about the dangers in Marmut. And because he was such a crybaby, we just shoved him into a rift gate. We are still trying to find out why there are so many cannibals and stuff, and where they are coming from. What's the problem? I'm trying to find out if Ulkum survived the encounter with this nice thing we had last time. That's Wendigos, okay. So, there's a lot we need to find out and learn. There's a lot we don't know about yet. So, I guess there's still a long way ahead of us before we finally find peace. That's a nice auto. So we're basically on a bit of a vacation, if you want to call it like this. A bit of an adventure and survival vacation, I think. Just what you do if it's too lazy. You're bored from your office job, and you just go for 2 weeks on a nice small vacation in a place like this. With adventure. You hone your survival skills a bit. Find out about the world, what's going on. Make some new friends around the local population.
That's still not
Blood-soaked scribblings. Let's see. We left Burridge not more than a week ago. There was something wrong with that place and there were rumors of strange goings on around the Creek residents. So Fraser had this crazy idea that we should leave and head north. He said there was a nice town just up the road. We should know. He lived up there less than a year ago. He said passage would be difficult, but we could make it if we stuck together. He couldn't have been more wrong. We weren't one day out of town when things started going poorly. First Beatrix came down with a fever. Her skin went pale and her eyes glazed over. That night she started lashing out at us, shaking, vomiting and screaming about some creature out in the woods staring back at her. The following day the same thing happened to Heinrich. With both of them sick, we were forced to travel slowly. Fraser and I towed them behind us in a makeshift sled, too far from Burridge to turn back, but Fraser said he knew of an inn that was less than a day's travel ahead. So we continued onward. When we reached the inn, it was abandoned and the air hung heavy with the scent of death, but we were desperate and in need of a shelter, so we stayed there nonetheless. That night was when the noises started. Fraser said he didn't hear none of it, but I could make it out loud and clear. It sounded like an animal growling and moving about just outside the inn. As the night wore on, the noises became louder and louder, and I began to question my sanity. Fraser insisted that it was nothing, but I could swear they were right outside. When dawn came, I didn't want to move, but Fraser forced me out of the inn. He said we had to continue or we wouldn't make it to safety. So we began pulling the sled north along the overgrown road. As we moved, I could hear it following us, its footsteps mirroring our own. Beatrix and Heinrich were getting sicker by the minute, and we soon grew tired of hauling the sled. My hands were blistered and my feet bloodied from the rough path. Fraser said we had to leave them. The sled was just too heavy for us to pull, but that didn't sit right with me. We argued back and forth about their fate, each becoming more and more injured as we continued. That was when Fraser grabbed his camp hatchet and threatened to kill them right then and there. He said if I wouldn't let them go, he'd just do it for me. I didn't mean for what happened next, but I was scared and the growling sounds bore down on me like a fire in my mind. I shoved him and he stumbled over a wood, falling face first into his hatchet which lodged himself on the right side of his chest. He looked up at me in horror as blood filled his lungs and mouth. That's when I saw it, standing behind Fraser at the edge of the woods. A massive, hideous figure, like a man with the head of a dead animal. I froze for a moment and then bolted down the road. As I ran, I could hear Fraser's gurgling screams begging me not to leave him. I can still hear them, all three of them wailing in the darkness like rabbits being eaten by a fox. It's been hours, why won't they die? Is that thing still out there? Is it haunting me? I can't go on, I can't take it anymore. Whoa, that's pretty dark. Oh, that must have been a Wendigo then, I guess. Not nice. Not nice to meet your aunt like this. Let's see, we've been at this house for a second. We stumbled out of a cellar here. See what we missed here. Some rotting corpse. Maybe it's the inn they were talking about. Makes sense. All the roads are blocked, of course. Wouldn't be too easy if you could just go to Malmut and that's it. Ah, there's a shrine.
That's still good.
I wonder what they do with this Aktenblumen thingies. I guess we find out, but not directly. Ah. Find a lot of them though, so I guess they're good for something. Okay, let's see. Hoppa. I was thinking that? Yeah. We did it. Now the shrine cleared, so now we go back there and up to the north, I think. On and on until we reach Mahmud or something in the way. We must find a safe haven somewhere. I hope so, at least. Kind of a scary place. Indigos, bloody places, dead beings. At least a rift gate or two. I hope we sometimes find out a bit more about the story. What's going on? I mean, here there isn't any traces of a tear. Only cannibals.
That skill's not right.
Even though for some reason there was an ethereal barrier on the way. But that all doesn't look ethereal to me here. It's just some wild things going on here. Such a lovely place. Like a forest out of Grimm's fairy tales, honestly. That's exactly how I would have imagined them. The kids get eaten by witches and stuff like this. Exactly like this. Soon we have to get back with our inventory. Even though I have like a ton of pockets and stuff, I'm kinda out of inventory space soon. We picked up so much stuff. I guess after this episode I just returned it. I didn't find anything interesting though until now, so nothing new. I'm sad. But I think we're doing okay, so I'm not worried that much. We're supposed to cut out some weird heart, though, of some creatures, so I guess we have to find the creature. What's it called? Carraxus. Wonder what that will be. Usually I have terrible orientation and I'm just trying to find all the places, so I'm just running around aimlessly, trying to get to all the places on the map. So don't worry, that's normal. I like this game. The atmosphere here and everything is so nice. Oh, that's the den of Carraxus, so whatever that is that we're supposed to cut its heart out, it's there. I wonder if it continues after this or if it's just going in circles. Okay, I guess he goes nothing. We just kill it and then we see what the rest of the map says. Okay, let's check. Still have a bit of space, so let's see. Don't know what to wait of this. I don't even know what it is. I like action games. I like action RPGs. The good thing is that the graphics don't make up that much of the game, so it doesn't matter if it's already some years old because it still looks good. I mean, the vision is anyway like from above, so. There it is, Carraxus.
That skill's not ready. Can't do that yet.
That's okay, I think. Yeah, it was okay. So we got his heart. Where do we get a reputation of Homestead, I wonder? Where are we supposed to go now? The keepsake and the heart, and then we bring it to the Coven of Ogdenburg, wherever that is. So much stuff. Oh, I think we have to go back now. Soon. There's a little bit space left, but not much. Whew. So many pockets and still not enough. There's never enough space, I guess.
That skill's not ready.
Looks nice here. Okay, that's it. Okay. Good. We did it. We cut out some heart. It's nice. Must be kinda ugly though. Excuse me? That's rude. Oh, another boss.
That skill's not ready.
What is this place? Even there's an ugly bathtub.
That skill's not ready.
Nice. Maybe this is the end then. Yeah, this looks more like an inn. Fetch Maurice orders. Let's see. There have been some strange travelers about these parts recently. The inn is busy, more so than it should be at this time of year. Not that you hear me complaining about that. A fair bit of extra coin has found its way to my pockets as of late, but the folk moving through these parts aren't like the ones we're used to seeing. There's been common folk from further south than Devil's Crossing and groups of men and women moving about with strange new markings of their armor and clothes. We even had a fella a couple of weeks back claimed he came all the way south from the capital. Said he was a chef looking for work. I didn't have room for him, so I just suggested he try it in Burbage. Chef? Wasn't it? Maybe that was Ulgrim because he claimed himself being a chef when we first met him. It's not just the people that are strange. There's been an uneasy feeling in the forest, as I'm sure you've noticed. I haven't seen nor heard a bird in more than a week. I chalked it up to there being more people around, but no more than 3 days ago, Quitch brought in a fresh kill. It was a big swamp bug, 10 points if I remember correctly. A kill like that usually brings in the vultures, but the dressings have been sitting out in the wood, festering since, and no signs of those hideous things. If it sits out much longer, it'll draw out Carraxus for sure. I swear that crusty old bastard has doubled in size and gotten twice as ugly since I last saw him. He's been up around the inn twice in the last year, stealing things. Supposedly he even took a milk cow from Gretchen's stable. I shouldn't like to think what happened to that poor thing. Fire used to scare him off, but he seems to have become bolder as he is grown. Whoever finds that creature's lair is in for a white heap of useless junk and more crap than a man could eat in a lifetime. If anyone should be eating that thing to begin with. In any case, there's business to be done, especially with all these folk moving about the countryside. If you've got the stores, I'd like to order 3 casks of Redmire ale, 2 cases of black leaf and 20 bottles of stone wine. Payment on delivery as usual. Quetchmore. Okay, so we found the inn. And we killed the thing. And we didn't find the cow though. Okay, dear lizard friends, that seems to be it for this week. We came a good way. And I think we're done for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, of course, like usual. And I hope you consider liking and subscribing. That would mean a lot to me. Thank you for all of them already subscribed to the channel. That means really a lot to me. And I hope you enjoy. You take care of yourselves and stay healthy. Don't run into weird stuff in the forests. And maybe head over to Instagram and Twitter if you want to have more news and stuff for me. I sometimes write there, like on Twitter I'm kinda active, on Instagram not that much lately. But I hope to see you. And maybe it's here in the next episode tomorrow. So until then, take care of yourselves and we see each other. Bye!